It was the peak of my life. At the time, I was engaged to the most pleasant girl at my school, or to be really in my life. Everything about her made me happy, and the way we were soon to get married filled my heart butterfly. This was the perfect relationship I ever wanted. Naturally, we went on a picnic for 2025 New Year celebration. Our marriage was in a week, so I built a flower crown for her. She gave me half of the sandwich she made. I took a picture of her wearing the flower crown in the dawn of the evening. Eventually, it was starting to get late, so she suggested we go home. I, wanting to spend more time with my dearest love, suggested we watch some movies at my parents' house. When we arrived at my parents' house, there was a note. It said, "Me and your mother on a late night date. Make sure to put your younger brother to sleep on time for school tomorrow." She asked when was his best time, bedtime, and I replied 8 or 9 p.m. It's 7:30 p.m. right now, so we have some time before. I have to put him to bed. While watching some movies, we heard my younger brother jumping around his room, which annoyed me because I was trying to enjoy spending time watching a movie with her, and because I didn't want her to see the mean and angry side of me, at least before we are married. So I had to force my brother to watch movies with us. When after an hour I realized it was 10 p.m., I had quickly put him to bed, and while I was putting him to bed, my fiance was getting ready to leave. I asked her to stay for one more movie. She stayed. She said it was getting late, and she needed to go. I held both of her hands and told her I want to cherish every moment with her. I got on my knees. Pretty please watch one more movie with me. How could I decline when you ask so sweetly? I'll watch one more movie with you. We get back on the couch, and for some reason or another, while watching the movie, I doze off on her shoulder. Chomp chomp. I try to ignore the sound, but then realize she wasn't on the couch. What time is it? The clock said 12:30 a.m. Chop chop, I kept hearing in the kitchen. Suddenly, a ball rolled next to my feet, and the moon moved, and the moonlight revealed the ball appearance to be my younger brother's head. My heart skipped a beat. Chop chop, I heard in my kitchen. I was very nervous and wanted to cry. I looked at the person in the kitchen. Heard in my kitchen, chop chop. I was very nervous and wanted to cry. I looked at the person in my kitchen. It was her, chopping up. I can't even say it. Tears started to fall, flowing down my eyes. She stopped chopping. I knew what was coming and didn't know what was coming. I hesitated to run. Her body stayed still, but her neck didn't. 180 distortion. I saw her face, no eyes, no teeth. Seconds passed, felt like minutes. Bugs started crawling out of her eyes and mouth. I mustered all the courage from my frozen body to flip that switch light. The light did not come on. She sprinted at me. Then I closed my eyes and woke up from that nightmare. My head was on her shoulder. The movie ended. It was 11:38 p.m. and I burst into tears. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't. She replies, "Hey, what's wrong?" "I had a nightmare about you killing me and my younger brother." "Don't worry, I would never do that. I'm your fiance after all, and you can always trust me. Here," she gives me a big kiss and cuddled me with comforting words before leaving home. I was sitting there. She would never do that. I heard I head to bed, and later I heard some footsteps at 12:28 a.m. on our stairs. Probably just my brother. I go back to bed.